What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We have been talking about options, right? And we've been looking at open interest, we looked at volume, we looked at theta. So we thought, why not cover another very important Greek, right? And today we're going to be talking about none other than delta, right? Delta is a trader's tool for direction, right? And nothing better than helping traders out with direction, right? And the concept in general assists a lot. Now, before we get into the details of what is delta, how do you use it, what are some resources to look at it, definitely do, if you can, hit the like and subscribe button and try and share these videos with your friends. We're trying hard to sort of create easy to understand application oriented videos, so every sort of encouragement nudges us in the right direction. So without further ado, let's get into what is delta with an example, right? So now in options trading, delta measures how much an options price is expected to move for every 1 rupee change in the price of the underlying security. It is represented by the Greek letter and is a key variable in understanding directional risk. Right? Now picture this, you're cruising down a river on a boat aiming to reach a specific spot, right? Now that boat is your option and the destination, well, that's your desired profit. Now let's talk about the speed, delta style. Delta is nothing but the throttle on your boat, right? Determining how fast you zip toward your destination as the reverse current, aka the underlying asset's price change. So if you have a high delta, it's like having a turbocharged engine, right? Where even a slight shift in the reverse flow sends you racing towards your destination. But if your delta is low, right, think 0.2, your boat's more at a leisurely cruise, right? Changes in the reverse current don't impact your speed as much, so it takes a bit longer to reach your profit or your destination. Now imagine the reverse current as the direction and volatility of the underlying asset's price. A strong, steady current in your favor, smooth and sailing, right? But if the current is choppy or working against you, your navigating to profit becomes a bit tricky. Now let's put this theory to test with a real life scenario involving everyone's favorite, bank nifty. So say you take a call option at 592 with Bank Nifty having given a trade out at 47,100. Now if Bank Nifty hits 47,500, what's the new premium? Now this is where actually delta swoops in to generally save the day, right? A delta of 0.54 means for every 1 rupee change in Bank Nifty, the option premium shifts by 54 paise. So let's do some quick math, right? Bank Nifty expect to climb to say 47,500. So you have a 400 point gap. Now the new premium would be 592 plus 400 into 0.54, which is 808. But just remember, this is broadly a ballpark figure, right? Other factors like how fast the prices move, changes in the stock price, strike price, of course, play a very, very large role. Now let's look at what are some of the different characteristics of delta, right? Now a call option delta ranges between 0 to 1 and is always positive. A put option delta is from 0 to -1 and is always negative. Now different strike prices have different delta values, with ATM options at 0.5, ITM at 1 and OTM close to 0. Here's the kicker, right? Delta isn't static. It changes as the strike price shifts. So for instance, if a 47,100 CE has a delta of 0.5, bumping up to 47,300 increases it to 0.6. This leads us to delta acceleration, which basically broadly unfolds in 4 stages: pre-development, rise, acceleration, and stabilization. Which brings me to the stages of delta acceleration. Let's look at pre-development, right? It is a stage where delta is a non-zero value, very small, like 0.1 or 0.05, right? Such small delta values will be for deep out of the money options, right? Now, option premium will vary very less in comparison to change in underlying asset price. Rise and acceleration. Now, it is a stage where transition happens from OTM to ATM. It is a time when option prices are very sensitive. In this stage, the option premium multiplies if a big move happens in the underlying asset price. But there are some other factors to be considered, right? Like open interest and volume, for which we have actually covered videos, right? And I mean, you can actually go and check those out because in context to this is very important. So moving forward, the other characteristics is of stabilization. Now it happens when ATM turns into ITM and eventually deep ITM. So if you remember the delta chart on the previous node, deep ITM has a delta value of around 0.821, right? And a deep ITM is almost the same as a futures contract. Now before we end this video, I wanted to create a delta checklist for you, right? So that it just benefits you in your decision. So let's look at some of the points that we've gone through. Delta is an option Greek that captures the effect of the direction of the market. Call option delta varies between 0 to 1. Put option delta varies between -1 to 0. Now, the negative delta value for a put option indicates that the option premium and the underlying value are moving in opposite directions. ATM options have a delta of 0.5, ITM a delta of close to 1, and OTM have a delta of close to 0. So there you have it, the ins and outs of delta and its role in options trading. Try and understand this particular Greek in context to the video that we've done on theta, trying to combine it with the video that we've done on open interest and volume. And we're going to keep doing more and more such videos so that you guys can get very singular concept driven understanding on each of the different aspects of options trading, and then of course try and put it all together so that when you are taking a trade, you can look at what open interest and volume gives you, you can look at what theta gives you can look at what delta gives you, and of course all the more other indicators and data points that are available, and then take a much better rounded decision. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please do share it with your friends. Try, like and subscribe. You know the drill. It helps us to sort of build more videos, create more content, and sort of help you guys out in this process of making money. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys in the next video.